back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this afternoon's video, this will be a video about just 5 Manly players in particular that I believe will have a big 2025 season. So obviously 5 players that I see, breaking out in this season. I feel like there's a couple of our boys that I really feel like will go to the next level, hopefully. Obviously maybe have shown potential the past couple of years, but then maybe it's time for them to really up their game and really hit a new level. And I mean that as in like getting a lot better and getting a lot more at a peak of performance, I guess you can say. So I think these are the 5 I reckon can have a breakout season in 2025. And look, I'm hoping it happens, because I feel like if Manly are to have a great season, then it's up to these sort of players that I hope anyways we see have a big 2025 season. But as always though, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And if you're enjoying the content and you are new around here, make sure to subscribe and help my goal of 5k subscribers. But without further ado, here we go, and these are the 5 to 1. So starting off at number 5, I've got Jake Simpkin, the mid-season signing from last year from the West Tigers. Now, I feel like Jake Simpkin's in for a good year, just because I feel like Lachlan Croker being out for the first few weeks of the season. I'm assuming that Jake starts at hooker and maybe Gordon off the bench maybe, or they could switch it around. But I think Jake Simpkin's going to start the year at hooker, I'm assuming. And look, I think the time that I saw Simpkin play for Manly last year, I was very impressed. Obviously a few things I picked out of Simpkin's game, that he has a great fast pass. Like, he's not not slow at all from passing the ball off the ground. He's very quick, which I like, and that gets the players, I guess, running the ball with momentum and getting early service, which I like about Jake Simpkin. Kind of fast too, like not too quick, but he's a bit dynamic at a dummy half. So if he can add a bit more of a running game to his craft, then that's great. But yeah, I feel like Simpkin's in for a good year. I think if he impresses the coaches early on in the season, especially once he does get his chance against the Cowboys in round 1, and probably the next couple of rounds after that, if he does go well, then I feel like he might push Croker out maybe. But obviously Croker's a great clubman, and it'd be tough to see him play reserve grade for the whole year. I don't think that's going to happen, obviously, but if Simpkin plays well, then it makes the competition between him and Croker very interesting, I feel like. But yeah, I'm very high on Simpkin though. I think he'll go well for us this season. Now he has a full preseason at Manly now too, so that should help him a lot more. But yeah, he's very young still, and I think that the best is yet to come for him as well. So, and yeah, hopefully Sabes, gives him the game time that I feel like he deserves, and I think he will, especially early on in the season. And hopefully, if he goes well for the first couple of weeks of the season, he retains a spot in the 17 somewhere. So we'll see how he goes. But I'm very high on Jake Simpkins, so hopefully a good season by him. And I feel like he'll add a lot to our attack if he keeps staying in the 17. In number 4, I have Ben Trbojevic. Now, I think Ben's in for a good year. I think, the last 12 months, I've seen a lot of improvement out of Ben. Not everyone will agree, obviously, because there's still some pretty critical comments about Burbo, but I think he will come to his own very soon. I think outside of Luke Brooks for another year, that combo of Brooksy and Ben will get a lot stronger, I feel like. And look, Brooks is very known to giving good short ball service to his back rower, and I think there were a few times last year where I really saw Brooks put Burbo away through a hole, and he scored a try. For example, against Melbourne last year, rookie, and even back last February against the Rabbitohs in that trial game, he put Burbo in for 3 tries on the same edge. So that combo, I hope and I feel like, will grow as time goes on. But with Carl Lawton obviously departing the club now, I think Ben would know that at the time Carl Lawton was the preferred back rower over Burbo too. So I hope now that Lawton's gone, Burbo uses that as motivation to go, you know what, I feel like I'm getting to that stage where I need to solidify a spot in the team. Let's make 2025 a year I do that. So I'm sort of hoping that's sort of his motive, So yeah, I'm hoping that he has that mindset of going that this is his position to own now. I want to stay in the back row and start with Hamole. So yeah, I just hope that's sort of what he's going to base his season around, just keeping a spot in the team full time too. So yeah, I'm back in Burbo. You know, I think there's a lot of hate about him, but I don't think it's all needed, to be honest. I think he's definitely improved his game a lot. Look at recent training pictures of Burbo on the Manly Insta and whatever. He looks a lot fitter, a bit bulkier too, so that's good to see. So yeah, I think he definitely does need to build up a little bit, which he has. So I'm hoping that he makes that back row position his own, the left back row position. So yeah, I'm backing him to have a big season, and yeah, he has potential to be a really good player, and I hope that keeps growing in 2025. All right, number three. Now, number three is another one where I feel like we have to see a good year out of him, especially how he wants to own that centre position, and that's part of his contract to play in the centres, I believe. And yeah, look, obviously he's a great team man, so even if he was to play back in the wing, I'm sure he'll go back to the wing, no worries. But obviously, I think Siebes really rates Ruben Garrick in the centre position, so he has to really own that position more this season. I feel like he will. I think another off-season training in the centre position, he'll get a lot more used to the workload there, passing and obviously doing a bit more tackling, which I think sort of struggled with. His attack in the centre position wasn't that bad, actually. I think look, early on in 2024, I think he had a problem with not passing the ball to Saab that often, but as the year went on, I realised that he was getting a bit more of a passing game, getting a bit more comfortable with getting the ball away a lot more quicker, which he did. So that's obviously one part of that. One part of his game he's improved, his passing game in the centres, Ruben Garrick. But yeah, I think his defence has to be the big one he changes in 2025. Like, obviously, his defence was a bit costly in a few games, I felt like, because we did have a few close losses last year, so, and yeah, maybe just a couple of those missed tackles by Ruben could have, I don't know, contributed to maybe some of that, but obviously it's a team, so we can't just single out players. But I mean, look, obviously Garrick's a great player, great clubman. I've always loved Ruben Garrick as a player, so hopefully it's a big bounce back season by him. I'm sure he'll know that his defence will have to be a lot better as well, which, yeah, I think it will be. I think, like I said, another off-season training in the centre position, he'll definitely get a bit more of a feel for it, and he'll definitely, I think, own that position going forward too, hopefully. So, yeah, he's been at Manly for, I think, now 6 years, 7 years. Yeah, 6 years. So yeah, he's been at Manly for a fair while now. So, you know, I think he knows actually no, 7 years. It's going to be 2019 was his debut year. So wow, there you go. So time does fly. So he's definitely a bit more of a senior player in the group now. I think, and yeah, he's definitely getting a bit more of a, I guess, yeah, a bit more of a rise amongst the playing group because he's a bit more of a leader now. He's been at Manly for a couple of years now. And obviously, it's been proven what he can do. He's a great goal kicker, great overall player as well. Never really injured either. Very consistent player when it comes to playing on the footy field. So yeah, a lot's going right for Ruben, I think. But hopefully that centre position, his combo with Saab, all gets a bit better this season, which I think it will. So I'm backing Ruben Garrick for a big year. Number 2. Now, the day we signed him, I was already very keen. I know he's a bit older now. He's 33. I know he's come from the Super League where he's had a couple of injuries and a couple of incidents over there, but nothing bad though, just, I guess, very minor stuff. But, you know, he's always been a quality player who's always brought a lot to the table, and he's a very consistent player overall, and that is Siwa Takayaho. I am very excited about the addition of Takayaho to Manly. Look, I think Manly do need a good leader up front. I don't think we really have that, to be fair. I know Jake's a bit of a leader, but obviously I'm talking about one that leads with their actions, and I don't believe we've got that at the moment in our forward pack. So I feel like with Takayaho at Manly now, he's going to really show most of our forwards how to really change a game, I guess, as a front rower and really bring momentum to the table, which I'm hoping he does. look, I know he's a bit older now, but obviously when he was at the Roosters, he was really, I guess, a big leader in the middle. Like, he was pretty young at the Roosters, still, but he was always really showing his best on the field, always running the ball hard, and had a great late sidestep close to the line. Like, his footwork for a front rower was excellent. I'm not sure if he still has that, but I'm hoping he does, because yeah, if he does, and that makes things a whole lot easier for us as a club. So yeah, I like his addition a lot. I think he's also going to be good for a lot of our younger Islander boys. I'm assuming, especially Paseka. I think he'll really help Paseka's game as well. I think Paseka's definitely in for a good year as well. I could have added him to this list, but I think yeah, he's already sort of proving his potential, but I definitely think there's room for improvement. And I hope Takayaho, being a bit more of a mentor now and having played for Tonga, New Zealand, he's definitely done a lot in the game, won premierships as well. I'm hoping that sort of influence he's had as a player on this game gets to Paseka, and then Paseka can really learn a lot off him. So, but yeah, I think as a player overall, he's a great addition. Look, I've been hearing rumours that he's been training really well, and he's really taken the forwards under his wing. That's what I've been hearing anyway. So, you know, whether that's true or not, but I hope it's true. But whether it is legit, I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But like, yeah, he's a real leader, as I said, and yeah, look, I think he'll go really well for Manly this season. So I'm really excited about his addition. I can't see him being outside of the 17. He might be, just because of other options, but I think with his calibre and what he's achieved in the game, it will be very hard for Seabold to leave him out. Whether he starts a prop, comes off the bench, I don't know. That's up to the coaching staff, obviously. But yeah, either way, his addition is really good, and I think he'll bring a lot to Manly this year. I think he's definitely becoming one of the more underrated, talked about signings for 2025, in my opinion. So I think we'll see CY really have a big season. Number 1, lucky last. It's a guy that I believe Manly fans have been waiting to see have a really big season overall. I think every year since he's debuted in this competition, he has shown glimpses of potential and the pace he's got and what he can do with that speed. It's about putting it all together to make a great season and a bit more of a consistent season as well. But I think it's time for him to really step up and really give his competition a shake, and I think he will. I think Tolu Kola is in for a big season at Manly. I think he'll be our biggest breakout player of season 2025. Look, I think Tolu's in for a big season, just because I think after the way he scored that try against the Bulldogs in the final, that's a big confidence builder. And I'm saying this just because I think before that game, Kola was playing off the bench, being a jersey 14 for a couple of weeks. Because, yeah, he only started back in the starting backline just because of injury to, I think, Turbo, when he got injured against the Bulldogs in that round 26 game. Kola moved to the centres and Hopewadi went to fullback, I think, or Kola went to fullback, whatever happened in that game, when we did beat the Bulldogs the first time at a core stadium. But, yeah, because before that, Kola was a jersey 14. Like, he was out for a long time after getting that injury against the Cowboys in Townsville. So, yeah, he was obviously out for a while there. Came back to the Manly team off the bench as a jersey 14 because Hopewadi was playing so well, Talau was playing so well. You can't move a winning team, right? So that's where Kola had to come back through the bench. And, yeah, look, now he's probably going to be a preferred starting centre for the club. It's about him now really locking in that position and really proving why he's got all this hype about him and why he's already highly touted as a player. Because, yeah, this will be his 4th year in the NRL now. Debuted in 2022, and he's become a regular ever since. So now at 23 years old, or turning 23 this year, I think it's now at that age and stage of his career where I feel like he'll go, you know what, this is where I want to go. I want to become a bit more of a consistent player, because I won't lie, I think he was a bit inconsistent last year in a couple of games. Had some great moments, more great moments than any other moments he's had, but definitely could be a lot more consistent. I think many Manly fans and others would agree with that. But look, overall, he's a gun. You can't leave him out. His speed's very valuable to the team, and it's probably too valuable to leave out. So, yeah, I think we're going to see Tolu Cole have a big season this season. I'm very confident saying that. I'm not just confident in saying that, I'm very confident in saying that. So I'm excited about Tolu and what he can do this season. So I'm hoping that he locks down that left centre position for good. And yeah, we see the best of him this season. But that right there is my top 5 players that I believe will have a big breakout season for the club this season for Manly. They're the 5 I'm very keen on. I'm hoping that we see the best of across the year ahead. So very excited about all this now and how close we are to the footy season. Not far away at all. Early next month it all starts again. So yeah, how good. But as always, like, comment and subscribe to the channel and have a good rest of your night.